Hi, and thank you for joining me for this week's PPE. This week's Parsha, Terumah, has one of probably the most famous lines in all of Chazal, probably one of the most sharpest ideas we could actually glean upon. And that is as follows: Vasuli mikdash v'shachanti b'seicham. Make for me a sanctuary so that I may dwell within it. And before we get into that, we're introduced to the menorah. We're introduced to all the kelim, all the vessels of the Beis Hamikdash, of the korbanos, and all this other stuff that seems to be rather, I don't dare to say it, but seemingly irrelevant to our daily lives nowadays. However, of course, they all have a great meaning, and they all have great significance and relevance for our daily lives today. But let's hone in very quickly on this pasuk, V'asuli mikdash v'shechanti b'soicham. And the literal definition is, make for me a sanctuary so that I may dwell within it. Seemingly, that I'll dwell within the sanctuary. Make for me a shul, I'll live there. Make for me a kodesh HaKadoshim, and I'll dwell there. But I think there's another idea. And Chazal understand this to be Vasuli mikdash v'shochanti besoicham. Make for me a sanctuary so that I may dwell within them. Who are them? The Jewish people. Where is them? In our hearts. We have to kind of carve out a place for Hashem in our hearts, in our lives. Now, I want to take this idea a little further. Recently, I was at a wedding, my first wedding since October 7th, and it was actually very poignant and powerful, some of the things that I witnessed under the chuppah there. That being said, this pasuk, V'asuli mikdash v'shachanti b'soicham, can actually be learned to be interpreted another way. How do people get along? We talk about shalom bayis. We talk about relationships. We talk about getting along with people. How do we get along? By making a place for them in our hearts. We have to think about them. We have to care about them. They have to have significance to us. And when we do that, that's how we're actually able to care for other people. So my challenge to you is going to be as follows. Vasuli mikdash v'shochanti b'soicham. Who is it that we're going to put in our hearts? Who is it that we're going to care about? Who is it that we're going to carve out a place and always think about that person each and every single day? Not just Hashem, not just Yiddishkeit. That's going to be a given. Somebody else that we have to now care for and be considerate for and really make the world a better place, not just for us, but for them as well. Think about that. Shabbat Shalom.